everyone, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick and we're on the ZX Spectrum looking at a game called M.A.S.K 3, Venom Strikes Back, also come out on the Amstrad CPC and the Commodore 64. This one was released by Gremlin Graphics in 1988 and come after the two other games, M.A.S.K and M.A.S.K 2, which both come out in 1987, which weren't very good in my opinion. And I say in my opinion because retro gaming is all about your opinions and your memories. It's based on the cartoon and the toys by Kenner Parker Toys, so hopefully this plays a bit better. Now you play the role of a Matt Tracker, here he is up here, and it already looks better than the first two games. You must rescue Scott Tracker for some reason, and the villain of the piece, what's this? Oh, that things you can pick up, I think. The villain of the piece is Miles Mayhem, and with a name like that, what chance do you have other than becoming a super villain? Right, so you can go through the two weapons by hitting 1 and 2. Presumably there's two other boxes there, you can do 3 and 4. I do have a poke for infinite lives if I don't do very well, or immunity. We'll see how it goes. Oh, that's a nice effect, a nice bridge. Good. So you must rescue Scott Tracker to, well, he must be quite important with the protection of the Earth. Right. So, yeah, I like the animation on this, first of all. It's ever so slightly glitchy. Look at that mountain in the background in purple. That's a nice touch. So it's much better than the first and second games. But, you know, that wasn't very difficult. The first and second games weren't like this at all. Those were like vehicle-orientated games. This is like more like an adventure-type platform sort of game. I think these are 4 teleports. Once you've got a code, you can go to different levels. Now, my energy bar is in the middle there, in red, gradually going down. If it goes to 0, you're doomed. And next to that, in yellow, as you saw, is a great opportunity for a massive big score. I filled in 3 digits so far. 142. Beat that if you can. I bet you can't. Right, so I think the first power-up, that P in green, is like immunity or a full shield. Oh, we went through a door, so that was down and fire, I think. So presumably we've got to go through different screens and find Scott Tracker. If you are Scott Tracker, comment below, please, because I don't know where you are. Plays quite well. There's a lot of good use of colour, ever so slight, well, there's colour clash, isn't there, when the guy goes past the pillars. But I do like a game that utilises a lot of colour. There seems to be another power-up there. What does that one do? Oh, it fires 2 potatoes. Or a laser blast, whatever's best. Look at that bookshelf. How are you supposed to get a book from up there? We're in some demon lair. There's 3 walnuts going around. What does that do? Oh, I think it depletes. Oh, it depletes your ammo, so don't go on that. There's another door there. If you see Scott Tracker, then let me know. Was he a part of the cartoon, the Tracker Boys? Possibly. Like the graphics on the moon there, with clouds going past. There's a lot of quality in this. I think as a kid I would have gone back a few times. See, I haven't died straight away. Well, I died there. I've died, having said that. Mission terminated. Right, I will try and put a cheat on now. Mission terminated. Look at that font as well, with that glitzy colour. That's pretty special. So the people that did this, I know it's published by Gremlin, but the people that did this did a much better job than the other two. I don't know if it's the same team working on that. Right, so I should have a cheat on now. Hopefully it works. Sometimes they don't. We'll see. Now, the idea of the cheat is just to show you a bit more of the game. I'm not sure that's worked. No, something's gone wrong. Oh dear. Right, yeah, I've exploded into my component atoms, which is never a very good thing to do. Right, let's do a bit more tinkering. I want to show you a little bit more of the game if I can. You know, if I saw it in a magazine back in the day, it looked okay. I'm not sure I would have bought it, actually. If you had it on the Amstrad CPC or the Commodore 64, let me know. I think I would have been put off by the dire first 2 games. But Gremlin Graphics 1988, it looks pretty good. Graphics are quite equivalent of Exelon, aren't they? Which is not a bad recommendation. I like the way he jumps. The longer you press up, he activates the jet booster, so you can jump a bit higher than that if you want to. There's water to negotiate, I think, and other certain screens. Don't know quite how many screens it's got, but a map would have been available at the time. And as I say, I do like that magenta mountain in the background. Adds an extra bit of class. And this bridge is pretty cool as well. Good, good, good. Good, good. You know, it's like a fast-moving Yodes of Nesod, isn't it, really? Or Ark of Nesod. If you don't know about those 2 games, track them down. I reviewed them quite some time ago. Let's go over this green funny thing. Hello, green funny thing. Look at the animation of the water as well. That's pretty special, and good explosion noises as you die. Yeah, that poke's not working, so our mission is terminated again. You've been terminated. Yeah, I've been terminated. Venom Strikes Back, not the Empire Strikes Back. Venom Strikes Back, not that Venom that hangs around after Spider-Man. This is different Venom entirely. Right, hopefully. Come on, Cheek. Work. If you had this one back in the day, let me know. Did you complete it? What happens at the end? These gameplays are pretty reflective of what you would have happened to you in your first or second go, and would you got enough out of it to want to play again? A game that sparks the kids' imagination always has a much better chance, and I think this would have done. There is colour clash about the place, but I'll let that off. It's not too bad. It's not getting in the way of the game at all. I think the cheat's working now because I just bumped into that thing and it died. Through the door, and we walk right through the door. So I'm not going to complete the game, I don't think, but he's walking around quite fast. It's quite a large sprite. I think the largest sprite I've seen in the game might be Popeye, which we haven't reviewed yet. There's 3 of those. They are on the list to cover. Saboteur was the first game that blew me away with large sprites. That's pretty cool, although I didn't get anywhere too far with that. I like the first game rather than the second game. Check out those reviews. Saboteur and Saboteur 2, I think it is. And the second one, you control some woman. Right. Yeah, you know, this jump thing, you could probably just hold the joystick up to just use the jetpack thing to float away. Jetpack, that was a good game. Recently reviewed on the iPad as well. Jetpack Returns. Have a look at that one. That's good. It's got extra special effects added. That's pretty cool. Right, come on then. Get over the bridge. I want to really take that thing out as well. Has it disappeared? Might have done. Anyway, my 2 potatoes will kill it. Surely. So we've got 3 weapons. Whoops, there we go. Yeah, I mean, oh, what's going on here? Is that going to... No, that just floats straight past. Normally those 2 things would have killed me. Nice bit of green, nice undulation in the ground. It's like tufts of grass, I suppose, coming up there. It's quite moody, this, isn't it? Good. It is like a harder version of, you know, X-Long or all those sort of stuff. But yeah, it exudes quality, this. I'd never heard of it back in the day, to be honest with you, the M.A.S.K games. M.A.S.K 1, 2 or 3. And this had been the first game, M.A.S.K 1. I think the series would have been quite popular, but they blew it with the first 2. The second one's nothing like this. You just drive different cars and bikes and stuff. A lot more fun than it sounds. Have a look at that. It's quite a flawed game, quite glitchy. Let's get past this hairdryer. We're past. Great explosion, lad. You won't see too many better explosions than that thing. Again, that water. I wonder how they program that water. If you're a coder, how do you program that water? Look at it. It's good. If you fall in the water, I think you drown and die, so don't do that. The bloke's not a very good swimmer. Probably has got really heavy spacesuit on. Right, yeah, see, look, you can, it's a bit of inertia. You can glide about the place. There we go. If we go down there. So, you know, jumping's quite easy. It's not as perilous as it might initially look. The moon seems to turn out quite a lot. I quite like this game. There's not much to it. I don't think I would have completed it back in the day, but we had a bit of fun. A bit of mindless exploring. And I did like those mindless exploring games. Oh, look, get your jetpack on. Jet Set Willy, I suppose, was the biggest mindless exploring game there was. But there were a few others as well. The Technician Ted games, you could do a bit of exploring, and lots of others I've probably already reviewed. Oh, this looks like some kind of boss, and he's dead. Goodbye, boss. No, I'm filling up the scoreboard now. This poke's actually working. In here. Where are we? I do not know. A map. You definitely need a map here. Don't know who designed this. You'd have to clean that water quite a lot. But it looks quite fresh water. Don't like there's any pollutants in there or scary looking fish. If you are a scary looking fish, comment below. Do you get a bad rap? Was that something I just picked up then? I don't know. Right. It's that Spectrum Bleater. I think this was available on the 128K. I'm playing it on the 48K. I tend to play a lot of 48K games because that's the system I owned back in the day. I want to get what the impressions were like. Although later on today there will be 128K going up. You know, it's come from a recommendation. There's a lot of recommendations on the list, but yes, there's those books again, really high. I think I'm a bit lost here, and this would have been my... Oh, this is cool. Look at that. I do like a cavern. A bit like Scuba Dive, I suppose, although that was in red. Off we go. Got no chance of dying here. Right. Hello, boys, with your missiles. They seem to be quite relentless. Good luck doing this without a cheat on, I tell thee. Let's get over that rock face. Might do a bit of invincibility. Oh, and I died. So you can die in certain bits there. You know, I think we've seen enough of that. It's just been me wandering around the same screens. Look at that wipe as well. I'm quite impressed with this. I really want to go back and play it a few more times. But anyway, hope you liked having a look at that one. That was M.A.S.K free, Venom Strikes Back. Heaps and heaps better than the first two, I hope you agree. Published by Gremlin Graphics in 1988. Yeah, I like it. It's not one of the greatest, but it's really well put together. And yeah, sound could be a bit better. So if you've got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, which won't be very long, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.